Woo! Friday, guys, Friday. We made it this whole week. This whole week for me has been a little crazy. The Dallas Cowboys lose to the Philadelphia Eagles to prove who the best team in the NFC East is. Christmas comes, kids enjoy it, family getting together, you know, all that good stuff. And now we made it till Friday. And now all that stands in front of us is one more game, one more team, the New York Giants.
We got the Eagles. We got the Sixers. Philly talk.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is Philly Talk. For those who are new to the channel, love talking Eagles football or Sixers basketball, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you never want to miss another one of these videos, hit the little bell by the subscribe button for post notifications. Also, if you support this channel, like this channel, and want to help it grow, let YouTube know we out here doing things, hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. But let's jump right into this. Week 17. We're finally here. The season kind of just flew on by. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what happened in the past. We had to go through our up and downs like any team would be. There's been better seasons how we had more wins, that we did the same thing. But we found out one thing this year. That is, with Carson Wentz, anything is possible. Because we got underrated talent. Talent that has not been scouted. Talent that does not have big names. Just because your name ain't big, don't mean you won't make your name big. And that's what these guys did. Boston Scott, Greg Ward Jr., J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Dallas Goedert's coming even more crucial and more clutch in these games. These guys are making a name for themselves. Miles Sanders, who is having a great rookie season. I mean, I love LaShawn McCoy. Don't get me wrong, but I see LaShawn McCoy and more in this guy. But let's get right up into it. We about to talk about this Week 17 matchup, do or die. The Eagles win and we're in. And we got one team stopping us, the New York Giants, who we beat in Week 14. But it's a little different team. Let's get up in it. Before we jump into this, I just want to mention, if Carson Wentz can throw for 250 yards, in a win though, because that's the most important, but if he throws for 250 yards, he will be the first quarterback in Eagles history to throw for more than 4,000 yards. Also, he will be the first quarterback ever to throw for 4,000 yards with not one receiver over 500 yards receiving. Just think about that. That's how much pressure has been on him. Not one receiver over 500 yards and a chance to throw for 4,000. First time in Eagle history and first time in NFL history that will be done. So the Philadelphia Eagles go to the Meadowlands to take on the New York Giants, an opponent we just beat a couple weeks ago in Week 14. But this opponent is slightly different. When we beat them in Week 14, they had Eli Manning starting. Saquon Barkley was there, but he was still hampered with that ankle injury. He's been looking a lot fresher. Now, I know the Philadelphia Eagles have a great run defense. We've been shutting down runner backs all year. And the one runner back that had our number, Ezekiel Elliott, we just beat in Philly, holding him to 13 carries for 47 yards. So I know we can stop the run. But I'm telling you, Saquon has been looking electric in these last two games. So has Daniel Jones, the other guy we didn't play. And Daniel Jones and Eli Manning are two totally different quarterbacks. Let's just look real quick what Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley did in the last two games. Well, Barkley in the last two and Daniel Jones in the last one, because this was his first start back after the injury. Let's take a look at it. Now, guys, I forgot to put Barkley's receiving yards up there, but I'll say it anyways. Barkley had 24 carries for 112 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, with 4 catches for 31 receiving yards. Then, the next game, 22 carries, 189 yards, 1 touchdown rushing, 4 catches for 90 yards, and a touchdown receiving. And Daniel Jones on his first game back from injury against the Redskins, but still, 28 of 42, 352 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Like I was saying, I know the Eagles can shut down the run, and we're going to have to shut down the run. But in these two games, I peeped these two games, and Saquon Barkley looked a little bit different. He looked not hampered from that ankle, and a healthy Saquon Barkley, to me, is probably one of the best running backs in the game for his speed and his size. Like, he's a combination of Zeke with the toughness and a combination of shakiness and moving like Kamara. The dude is electric. That size and that speed shouldn't be with a human being. But at the end of the day, the Eagles ultimately need to have 8 guys around the box and make sure that Barkley is accounted for all times. Now, Daniel Jones, like I said, he threw for 352 and 5 touchdowns. But if you disguise things and mix coverages up, he really starts to panic. Now, every quarterback does bad if they see disguising and missed coverages, but he's a little different. The inexperience starts to show, and he can easily throw picks. And another thing, people knock Carson Wentz for his fumbling. If there's a guy who's just as bad at fumbling, it is Daniel Jones. He's right behind Carson Wentz with the fumbling, and he is the total opposite of Eli Manning. Eli Manning likes to get the ball out of his hand quickly because he has no feet. He's not mobile. He wants a quick read. Daniel Jones, although he is athletic enough to run, he likes to stay in the pocket and hold the ball. And guys who like to hold the ball can create something down the field, can scramble out for a first down, but ultimately when you hold the ball, you give your defensive line a chance to get sacks. Russell Wilson, a great quarterback, way better than Daniel Jones. Hold the ball long, and boom, 6 sacks in that game. At the end of the day, the D-line is going to have to come for Daniel Jones. They got to win their matchups against that O-line who is not that good. They're not that good. The Giants are looking for O-linemen the next upcoming drafts. I'm telling you. With that being said, the D-line needs to eat. Now, last week against the Washington Redskins, Slayton, the one who killed us, the Eagle killer, in the first game, didn't play. He did not have one catch. I don't believe he played. They got everybody involved from Golden Tate to Shepard to Lattimore to Barkley to the backup tight end because Evan Ingram will not be playing as well. They were throwing the ball to everybody. I got to give him credit for that. Evan Ingram not playing is another good sign. And Slayton not playing, hopefully not playing. I'm not sure his status, but he didn't play the last week, and I hope he don't play this week because we already lost Darby, who Darby did get beat. Don't get me wrong. But the speed on the outside is not good for a guy like Rasul Douglas. So he will get the start, but I hope Sidney Jones can come in and play some crucial minutes and possibly maybe have to move Avonte Maddox on the outside here and there. We need everybody to play on the defensive side of the ball. We're going to need to mix up Sidney Jones, Rasul Douglas, and Avonte Maddox on the outside with keeping Avonte Maddox on the inside when we go nickel. And don't forget about Cre'Von LeBlanc, someone that the Eagles have not been playing. The only time Cre'Von LeBlanc gets in the game is on dime packages as our 4th cornerback. And even some of them, we play a 3 safety dime and he don't even see the field unless we're trying to stop the run and the pass because Cre'Von LeBlanc is a good tackler. So on defense, we have to disguise our coverages, make Daniel Jones think one thing so he can hesitate, hold the ball, and we can get the sack. He holds the ball because of the mixed disguise, doesn't want to throw a pick, and we can sack Daniel Jones. He has a fumbling problem. We can easily get a scoop and score or something along them lines if we keep pressure on Daniel Jones. Now, we can't just break containment, though. You have to play your assignments the right way because Daniel Jones is athletic enough to run. He has a couple rushing touchdowns this year. He's scrambled for a couple first downs in this year, so we have to keep containment. We have to treat him like we would treat any other scrambling quarterback who has been the Eagles' Achilles heel in the past. So that's what we got to worry about on the defense side of the ball. We're counting on you, Jim Schwartz, for this playoff win. Let's flip it over to the other side of the ball. Now, Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz just got to do Carson Wentz type things. At the end of the day, we find out today that Zach Ertz will not play. At the end of the day, that might be the best thing for him because if we win this game, when we win this game, we need Zach Ertz in the playoffs. But let's talk about what we need to do. What the Eagles been doing. We know we can't throw the chunk plays down the field. We know that. We had to accept that. Now, I do want to take a shot with Robert Davis. In the Redskin game, I saw us send him deep a little bit. At first note, I didn't see it. But after rewatching it, we did send him deep. We just didn't attempt them. I need to attempt 1 or 2 deep balls just to get them out there, make the Giants defense back up, and at the end of the day, get that ready for when we do go into playoffs. Because when we play a better team, we're going to need to back the defense up. Now, the one thing the Giants defensive front does is it stops the run. Since they traded for Leonard Williams, I don't know why I couldn't remember the name, but since he came over from the New York Jets, the New York Giants run defense has been good. If you look at the latter part of the season, the Giants have probably a top 10, maybe number 10 run defense on the season. They're just good. We saw that in the first matchup we had against them. Yes, Miles Sanders was hampered with a hamstring, but Boston Scott put the team on his back, but mainly in the passing game, which can be exploited. When the Giants go to man coverage, they use their safety, Michael Thomas, who's not good. They use him to cover the runner back. So Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, we can get the ball in their hands early and let them go to work like they did Monday night. And if he tries to match up with him with the route tree, he's not going to be able to stay with Miles Sanders, so you have to exploit that matchup. At the end of the day, we have to run the ball still because you got to keep a balanced attack to keep the defense even. But this game, if there's no weather issue, we should be able to exploit that secondary. This secondary is so young and inexperienced. It consists of Sam Beal, a second-man player, DeAndre Baker, a rookie, and when they play nickel, they bring in another rookie, Corey Ballantyne. Like I said, Michael Thomas ain't good at the safety position either. This is a very inexperienced young secondary. And that's exactly why in the second half of that first game, we started going up-tempo and they had no answer for it. Zero answer for it. Because when you go up-tempo, you got to learn, you got to get your plays in quickly, audible quickly. The communication has to be on point. And young secondary they lack communication. They lack being able to switch quick and read each other and play with each other. So that's why the up-tempo killed them. So we have to consistently throw in that up-tempo this game. I do believe the Giants offense can put up points. Not saying our defense ain't going to come to play, but their offense just been clicking on all cylinders. So we're going to need to put up points too. It's as simple as that. I still want our defense to ball out and try their best to stop this offense. It's a good test on the road, but our offense needs to put up points, and I don't see why. If you look on that last play against the Giants, when Zach Ertz was wide open, he was open because another thing secondaries that are young lack is communication on motions. So the offense before the play clock, they snap the ball, they throw a couple motions, they don't know who's switching to who, and boom, Zach Ertz wide open. Up-tempo, a lot of motions, some 2 runner back sets, and Greg Ward is going to have to ball out. All the receivers are going to have to step up because of the missing piece, Zach Ertz. Dallas Goedert, it's your time to start at tight end and get these 10, 12 passes thrown to you. Catch as many as you can. Don't put the ball on the ground. We use Zach Ertz a lot, and now you about to be that next dude. It's as simple as that. So use the motion, use the runner backs in the passing game, and like I said, everybody got to just step up a little bit because no Zach Ertz, but this secondary should allow you to do what you want to do with it. Unless there's some weather conditions, we should be able to pass. Carson Wentz should get his 250 yards in this game, also get a W. Like I said, I'm not going to underrate any team in the NFL. If you're an NFL team, it's any given Sunday, so we have to be on our P's and Q's. But the Philadelphia Eagles need to come into the Meadowland and take care of business. I believe we can take care of business, and that's what we need to do. It's as simple as that. With that being said, it's time for the prediction. I got the Philadelphia Eagles beating the New York Giants 33-24. Barring any crazy weather, the Eagles put up 33 points. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy this content and want to help this channel grow, hit that like button, and also leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. If you're new, still leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this video. If you think the Eagles should do something that I haven't said, go ahead and put it in the comment section. Also, anything you want to talk about Philadelphia Eagles, throw it in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys. And last but not least, if you know what you think the final score is going to be, put it in the comment section. Like I said, thanks for watching, everybody, and all the continuous support. You know what time it is. We out.